Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Eagles Nest in Orwigsburg, Pennsylvania for the Blue Mountain Eagles against the Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes. I'm Bob Else along with Warren Altimore. Nice night for football here tonight, Warren.
Beautiful fall night, a little crisp breeze blowing out there. We're here at the Blue Mountains Eagles Nest for the first night game that we've ever seen here. We understand they opened up against Shamokin area earlier this year. It's beautiful up here, great lights. The good thing is they're not in anybody's way either, which is a good thing.
Did a great job here.
Well, I was afraid they might have went to Panther Valley and copied the blueprint for lighting up there and stuck a pole every 5 feet in front of everybody sitting there. But they did a nice job. It really is. It's nice out here.
It's good to see you at Blue Mountain for the first
time ever. I've never been at this stadium in my life before.
That's right.
Of all the times we played them, I've never made it to this game. So this is a first for me, too. Go ahead.
It's supposed to be a chilly night tonight, and that's one time we got talking about fumbles and holding on to the ball and going over things like that with this team.
Well, this is a game that's hard to call because, as you will know, and I know from watching them up here on the TV, this is a game where a time now they come in 1-6. Not much expected of the Eagles, and again, every time we come up here, we get ambushed.
That's right.
They play us tough, and of course, no one's going to forget the last-second field goal that beat us up here in a major upset
2 years ago.
And a lot of funny things happened to us, and now we're on Halloween weekend, so you have to be a little bit nervous when you take the field here.
Captain's out at the center of the field for the toss of the coin. Lots of sophomores starting for Blue Mountain tonight.
Well, when you're 1-6, you want to start building for the future a little bit. I'm sure that's what they're thinking down here and their coaching staff. Get some young kids in there and get some experience so next year you come out, and hopefully improve on a 1-6 record so far.
They start with two seniors, one a tackle and one a guard, and that's it. Everybody else sophomores and juniors.
Yeah, well, this is a team that's had some hard times, but we also remember them not that long ago in postseason play, so they're not that far removed from that either. They're a big district, and they can have a good program. They had some coaching changes, which, was always tough to try to fight your way through, and apparently that may have had a little bit of trouble trying to get them straightened out again this year, but they look like they're building for a good year next year, and wait and see what they have in store for us tonight.
Blue Mountain will kick off, number 37 kicking off for the Eagles. Deep for the Red Tornadoes, Trocky, number 29, and number 22, Brett Veach.
I can only comment now whatever happens on the left side of the 50-yard line, okay, because I can't see the other part of it. So you'll have to call the game down on the other side of the field right now. They won't let me drill a hole through this wall here. I've already asked.
See if your program has a number 37 in it, because he appears to be the kicker, and I don't.
For them?
Yes.
No.
No.
No. That's a good start when they already have a wrong number on the first thing.
Kick down, taken on about the 18-yard line. Finds a hole, brings it up to about the 37-yard line. Stopped in there by number 54 from the Eagles, which is Jason Ryan. So Mount Carmel takes over first down and 10 on the 36.
With neither one of us making supper club last night, we're certainly going to have to wing the game.
That's right.
Tonight now, aren't we? This will be making up as we go, as usual, here tonight.
Mike Higgins sets the Tornadoes in the backfield. Number 44, Sean Sheptock, and number 37, Joe Sinkovich. Right now, we're already having discussions about the ball.
I'm guessing that Geary wanted to change from what I could tell there.
Up the middle to Sheptock, gain of about 1 yard, brought down by number 18 on the play, Matt Callahan. Second down and 9, 11:32 left in the first. Higgins with Gonzalo split far right. Gets it to Gonzalo on about the 46-yard line. Makes a nice move, brings it up to the 45-yard line of the Eagles. First down and 10. Tornadoes, good play.
Well, we've seen that play, 1,000 times this year already. The difference, again, is we've gone a little bit off that play where we're not running Trocky down the same sideline any longer. We're letting Gonzalo out there on his own. And what he's doing there is catching and quick turning, and all he wants to do is beat the first man and pick up as many yards as he can. And that time he did fairly well with it.
Higgins with Trocchi in motion. Fakes the handoff to Trocchi, looks downfield at Veach, breaking from his tight end spot down to the 20, and he's brought down on the sidelines for a nice gain of about 25 yards for the Red Tornadoes.
Now, that was a well-designed play that time, and that fooled the Blue Mountain defensive secondary. He was fairly wide open when he caught the pass, and there was no pressure whatsoever on Higgins. He rolled out without any pressure. And again, what we've seen over the past year with Higgins is if you're going to let him stand back there or roll out without any pressure and throw, he's going to pick you apart and eat you alive, and that's what he's done so far here in the early stages of the game.
Trocchi goes in motion again, and we have flags on the play.
It's good to get those first flags out of your pocket and get them on the ground. Everybody feels better.
Illegal procedure called against the Red Tornadoes, moves the ball back to the 25-yard line.
That's what, the 680th illegal procedure penalty we've had so far this year?
There's been a few, yeah.
My
You're close.
goodness.
Gonzalo split far left for the Red Tornadoes. Trocchi goes in motion. Fakes up the middle to Sinkovic. Looks downfield at Jeff Trocchi in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Tornadoes.
Well, a quick beginning for Big Red. Higgins looks absolutely accurate tonight. He could be deadly tonight. We've seen him when he gets like this. And again, there was no pressure, none whatsoever. The line did an excellent job. He had Trocchi wide open. Really didn't throw a perfect pass for a touchdown. Now the gap attacks.
And they're going for two with Dave Slater running the ball into the end zone. Good for two.
No one's signaling good, though.
Well, no, we're going to question this one a little bit.
No one made a signal for good here. We're going to do it again. I don't know what we're going to call, but we're going to do it again.
I'll see if they try it again. This time they're going to shift over Jason Klingerman in to attempt the extra point for the Red Tornadoes. Snaps back. It's bad. Higgins picks it up. Big rush on. Looks at Slater breaking to the corner, but this one will be no good. So at 10:09 left in the first quarter, 6-0, Big Red in the lead. And actually, maybe they started a little bit before the ref was set. Or
I don't know. I'm assuming that's what it was.
You would have thought it was an illegal procedure, though, if they did that. Or,
yeah, I don't know. I guess they didn't even set the ball, probably. More than likely. That play amazes me every time I see it. Anyway, it always has. This is the kind of game that I have the feeling with Blue Mountain, at least. The Eagles are going to have to stick close early. You know, they get behind here in the very beginning. This game could be ugly for them. It really would be.
Deep for the Eagles, number 32, Josh Miller. Also number 30, Doug Hendricks. Miller's a sophomore and also Hendricks a sophomore. So he's down to some young people playing on this football team.
Well, it'll pay off in years to come.
Klingerman kicking off. Boots it to the right side of the field, and this one's going out of bounds, and there'll be a flag on the play.
That was a strange kick. The ball looked strange from when the minute it left the tee. The ball would what, come out to the 35 in
right.
this situation? Is it 35 in
35.
high school too? Okay. I want to check that since there's 9 different rules for each level of football anymore. That's where it's being set down at.
Well, Blue Mountain will get its first possession of the night on the 35-yard line. First down and 10. Mike Dresch in at quarterback for the Eagles, number 11. Dresch hands the ball to number 26, Nathan Saucer. Tackle made in there by Joe Sinkovic. Also getting up off the bottom of the pile, 45, Stash Puldanovic. In a defensive tackle for the Red Tornadoes tonight, number 50, Joe Bender.
He's playing that left tackle spot next to Costello tonight.
Dresch back to pass, looks and hits number 33, makes a nice catch there. Perhanich made the catch.
And
John Lashinsky?
no, the sink.
The sink? Okay.
The sink said a bit hello on the sideline over there.
Blue Mountain faced with a 3rd down and 6. Dresch rolls to his right. Looks downfield. Nice catch made by number 40 and broken up nicely by Veach.
That was a good play. It really was. He just barely didn't hang on to it. That was a nice throw that time by the quarterback.
Got another no number in here, number 40.
Yeah. Have that.
4th down for the Eagles. Punting situation. Puts Trocky and Sinkovich back for the Red Tornadoes at about the 30-yard line. Punt bounces on about the 39-yard line. Sinkovich makes a big block, and it's down on about the 30-yard line.
You know, I hate when we dance around the ball like that when it's so close to you.
.8:47 left in the first. Higgins sets the Tornadoes. Veach goes in motion. That just comes to the other side. Tries it up the middle to Sinkovich. Gains about 5 yards to the 35-yard line. 2nd down and 5.
Tough run by the sink, as usual.
Joe Wargo into the Red Tornado lineup, brings in the play. Jeff Trocky comes out. Higgins to Sinkovich. Breaks it to the 39-yard line, 1st down and 10, and he's still on his feet down to the 45-yard line.
Running with a chip on his shoulder again, as he has in the past.
Good run by Joe Sinkovich. 1st down and 10, Red Tornadoes.
The thing with Sinkovich is, for some reason or another, he's just not happy unless everybody's on the ground when he hits the ground. He can't stand to look around and see anybody's feet when he's laying down.
Gonzalo split far left for the Tornadoes. Inside handoff to Trocky, and that one read very nicely on the line of scrimmage by number 70.
70 what?
78, I think.
I thought I was 79 myself, but there is no 79.
So it's number 78, Neil Ravitz. Oh, it was 70.
Oh, 70.
That's okay. 2nd down and 7.
You're the guy with the binoculars here.
Higgins pitches back to Veach. Brings it around the left side, gets a nice block, and takes it to about the 39-yard line. Good block from 77 from the Red Tornadoes, which is Mike Parkansky.
He is fun to watch, isn't he? God, his hips move about 100 times when he's running down the field. Amazing.
Higgins with Trocky in motion. Up the middle to Sheptock. Gain of about 3 yards. Hit in there by number 44, Jason Brown. I think he's just trying to keep him honest up the middle.
Well, I think he probably feels he has the luxury here of doing a lot of different things, making sure everything's working right, seeing a lot of different plays here against Little Man. I'm not trying to demean the Eagles, but he has to feel a little confident when he came into the game tonight that he could probably come out here with a win.
Higgins, straight drop back. Looks over the middle. Now gets the rush out of the pocket and is brought down on about the 38-yard line, about back to the line of scrimmage.
That was the first pressure of the evening by the Eagles on Higgins. And if they're going to have any chance to win the game tonight, they're going to have to pressure him consistently or he's going to tear them apart.
5:35 left in the first. 6-0, Big Red in the lead. Higgins fakes the handoff. Big rush from the end. Screen play is on. Goes to Joe Sinkovich. Breaks it down the sideline. One more block he needs. Gets it from Bob Veach and he gets down to the 4 to the 2. Touchdown.
Nice
Red
play.
Tornadoes.
Sort of a slow motion play, but a nice play. Perfectly set up.
Good block by Veach. And he read it all the way.
There were two good blocks.
Veach
Veach at the very end, but right up here in the beginning there was a block too that freed him up. That's probably his longest run of the season, I believe. I'll check with Jose at halftime when I go down for the stats, but I believe that's probably his longest run of the year.
But it was a pass reception.
That's right, a screen pass.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm not used to seeing him go that far in anything. This year he's been having his troubles with the ball running so far this year, and he's so frustrated. I'm sure, it's such big years, but hey, that's the way it works.
Mount Carmel going for 2. Trocchi in motion. Hands off to Sinkovich. Blasts through to about the 1, and I don't think it's any good. It's no good. So with 5:07 remaining in the first, 12-0, Big Red in the lead. But another nice drive from the Tornadoes starting on about their own 30-yard line.
That was a pretty play, that screen pass. It really was. That's exactly what you want to do with the screen pass. And that was a little bit different for us in that it was run to the sideline. We're usually a middle screen team.
Right.
That's the first, or one of the few times, not the first time, but one of the few times we've seen it come so far to the sideline and set up like that. Of course, people are probably now wondering to themselves, where is the Frenchman? And I guess it's with a little bit of sadness that I report that Frenchie was called by the Foreign Legion last night. He was choppered in the Indiantown Gap, and he caught a C-5A transport plane to Somalia, I guess, late last night.
Klingerman with the big kickoff for the Red Tornadoes. Up the middle, number 33, Perhanich, and he brings it to about the 29-yard line. First down and 10 for the Eagles.
Everything was top secret, and of course I'm only speculating that that's what occurred, with the helicopter, although a helicopter was reported landing in the Lions field. But one of the sure bets that he has gone on active duty is, of course, he usually puts Swade in the monastery, and Swade now is in the convent awaiting his return. So we wish him the best and hope to hear from him soon.
Dresch sets the Eagles. Handoff to number 32 on the play, Josh Miller. Bottom of the pile, Jason Klingerman getting up for the Red Tornadoes. Gain of about 4. 4:26 left in the first. 12-0, Big Red. Defensively, Rohrbaugh at right tackle, Klingerman at the nose, and Joe Bender at left tackle. Dresch rolls to his left. Looking downfield, Stosh Puldanovich tries to jump out of him, knocked out of bounds by Sinkovich. Close to a first down for the Eagles.
That's a nice play by the quarterback because he had Pultanovich and he had to do something with him, and he faked that little pass and took Pultanovich off his feet
to block it, right?
And he was able to get around him. That was a smart move by the quarterback that time.
Dresch, straight drop back. Throws a little fly pattern, and Dave Slater read that one all the way, going for the ball.
That was an odd pattern that the receiver ran that time for the kind of pass it was thrown. I
Right.
don't think he was aiming in the same place there.
Defensive ends for the Red Tornadoes, 41, Joe Costello, and 45, Stosh Puldanovich. Linebackers 37 Joe Sinkovich and 44 Sean Sheptok. Dresch fakes the handoff, brings it around the right side himself. A nice tackle made by 44 Sheptok on about the 46-yard line. Blue Mountain faced with a 3rd down and 3. 3:49 left in the first.
3rd down, more like 4. A little real long 3 for this
We'll
one.
take
I guess.
4.
It's a real long 3 this time. Still suffering the after effects of that monster cold that nearly ended me last weekend.
It sounded a lot better this week.
Oh, I didn't think I was going to make it last weekend. My goodness, was I sick.
Dresch tries it up the middle. 32, the ball carrier. Josh Miller, good for the first down. Joe Bender in on the tackle there for the Red Tornadoes, but a nice gain of 4 yards for the Eagles. Ball's on the 47-yard line. First down and 10, Blue Mountain. Now we're getting to your side of the field here, Warren.
Yeah, if they go much further, I'll be out of the game for a while.
Dresch on a quick handoff. Tackle made by Sheptok. Number 30, the ball carrier, Doug Hendricks, but a gain of about 4 yards. More like 5 yards.
They're doing something now because they're getting a real line surge now from the offensive line, and they're starting to pick up some chunks of yardage. I thought they were offside that time almost.
Yeah, stopped in there by Klingerman down on the bottom of the pile. The ball carrier was, again, number 32, Josh Miller. That time read very well by the center of the defensive line.
Yeah.
Staying in the straight 50, though, Mount Carmel is.
Yeah, I would think you're not going to see much difference tonight. I really would. I can't imagine any reason for them to change around.
Dresch rolls to his right. Costello makes the big hit on the quarterback. He pitches back. A nice stop made over there. John Lashinsky in on the play. Also Joe Sinkovich.
Yeah, Sinkovich was the one that slowed him and turned him, and that was the end of it. The play was gone after that.
4th down and 4. 1:40 left in the first.
Oh, they're going to need a timeout here shortly.
Well, they're in a punt formation.
Yeah, but they're going to.
Mount Carmel only sends one person deep, and it's Joe Sinkovich goes deep. Snaps back. Kick away by number 37, Reber. Taken by Sinkovich on about the 6-yard line. Looks at the 9, brings it up to the 11, and going to be tackled there on about the 12-yard line.
You see what I mean? He wasn't happy until everybody touched him before he went down. It's amazing.
First down and 10, Red Tornadoes. 1:06 left in the first. 12-0, Big Red in the lead. Chalky goes far right for the Tornadoes. Joel Gonzalo split to the left. This one's to Sinkovich. Finds a little bit of running room, finds some more running room, and close to a first down.
Now they're just not wrapping him up, and if you don't do that, he's going to run wild on you. I mean, those feet are just constantly churning back there.
2nd down and about 1 yard to go.
And that was a nice 9-yard pickup there.
Dave Slater into the Red Tornado lineup. Higgins to Sheptok for the 1 yard and the first down. Down on the bottom of the pile for the Eagles, number 33, Ed Perhanich. That's the end of the first quarter. The score, the Red Tornadoes 12, The Blue Mountain Eagles 0.
It's like a kind of an odd game, you know.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of things happening here. It seems so. We're up in the press box. It seems so quiet up
Well,
in
it's
here.
quiet up in here. We don't have the crowd noise that we
Yeah.
normally have, and it makes it a little different.
It's kind of like you're detached from the game almost when you're watching it here. Of course, I think, you and I are going to rush home tonight and watch for any news of Somalia and see if
That's
we can
right.
see the Frenchman, if
Frenchman
that
over
is
there.
the case where he is now. Now, I'm again telling you it's a wild guess because everything is so secret with him and the intelligence service and the Foreign Legion that it's just the only thing I'd have to start to wonder is why does he insist on putting Swade in the convent every time he's called active duty? That's something we're going to have to ask him some
good
evening when he
question.
returns.
Right.
But he's been doing it for years. I mean, as soon as he goes on active duty, she goes to the convent. So something to think about.
Red Tornadoes come out first down and 10. Higgins to Sinkovic. Off the left side. Finds a little bit of a hole and close to the first down will be the first down for the Red Tornadoes. Tackled in there by number 30, Doug Hendricks. Nice holes being set in there by the Red Tornado line.
Yeah, they're churning on all cylinders out there right now.
Higgins rolls left. Looks at Gonzalo. Hits him for about an 8-yard gain, 7-yard gain. So Mount Carmel faced with a second down and 3.
Well, that time he wrapped him up when he caught it. Remember I said that first guy has to make the tackle or you're going to see some yardage made. Gonzalo's not easy to bring down.
Right side of the Tornado offensive line, we have Ryan Geary at center. Number 69 at right guard, which is John Yasishak, and 78 at right tackle, Dave Baxey. Trockey, the ball carrier, finds a hole for the first down to about the 48-yard line.
Oh, I see the boss walking up the steps there. He has that, serious walk on him right now. There could be trouble in the wigwam.
Higgins sets the Red Tornadoes, puts Gonzalo and Gary Spears now into the lineup to the left. Bob Veach split to the right. Roll, look at Veach going down the right side, and a big rush by number 78 from the Eagles, Neil Ravitz.
Well,
That's about a 10-yard loss for the Red Tornadoes.
there's a couple of people when that film comes out on Monday who are not going to want to be watching what just happened there. I'm not going to go into names because they know who they are. And they're already starting to sink in their seat a little bit as this play approaches. But somebody wasn't doing what they were supposed to be doing on that play.
Left side of the Red Tornado line, number 61, Jamie Rowland, and number 77, Mike Parkansky. Higgins, straight drop back. Big rush again, but it's a screen pass for Trockey. Needs a block, gets it at the 50-yard line, carries the ball to the 39, 40-yard line.
First
and
down.
this one will be
First
close
down.
to a first down.
I think he's going to. Well, see, the ball came loose when he hit the ground, and that's what the scramble is. But if you see where the umpire is standing over there, the referee, he's standing and is making it a first down if his foot is where they're placing the ball. How was that? For a technical explanation of why I think
they're
it's
going
a
to
first
measure, but you're close.
down. Looks like everything I just said's on the line right now for a while. I thought I was doing pretty well there, too. I'm going to be
First
really
down, Red
disappointed.
Tornadoes.
All right. I'm vindicated.
9:35 left in the first half. 12-0, Mount Carmel in the lead.
I knew it all the time. I was confident. You could tell.
Higgins sets Joel Gonzalo to the left. Wargo in the backfield. Ball goes to Wargo and gains about 1 yard.
There was no going on that play.
Sinkovic and Sheptok set in the backfield behind Higgins. Wargo comes in motion. Look at Wargo coming out of the flat, but then shoots it at Gonzalo on about the 25-yard line. Would have been good for a first down.
That wasn't a bad-looking play.
No,
I
it was
haven't
neat
seen
the way
that play
Wargo came
before,
out.
yeah.
He came out sort of from the slot, and everybody followed Joel downfield. So we might see them come back to that one.
Excuse me, that was a well-conceived play that time.
3rd down and 10. Brett Veach comes into the Tornado lineup along with Jeff Trockey. Higgins, straight drop back. Looking on the fly pattern.
There he is. Oh, no. Oh, gee.
It was in and out of the hands
It's 20
of Brett Veach.
Okay, 22.
But a good play made by number 26 from Blue Mountain also over there, which is Nathan Saucer.
Yeah, he recovered well that time because I
That's
thought
right.
that was a touchdown.
Brett was wide
to tell you
open.
the truth. Nice recovery on the defensive backs that time.
4th down, Mount Carmel up to go on 4th down and 10. Higgins, quick pass to Slater. First down, Red Tornadoes.
Nice play.
Good play by the Red
Now,
Tornadoes.
we're seeing a lot of plays we haven't seen before tonight, that's for sure. That's another play now that we haven't watched much this year. Very nice. Like Coach Williams is opening up the bag,
The bag
a
of
little bit
tricks,
and looking
right.
seeing what's in there for Halloween. He's got the grab bag opened up over the sidelines.
8:17 left in the first half. The ball's on the 25-yard line. First down and 10 for the Big Red. Handoff to Sinkovic. Cuts it back to the left side. Takes it to the outside of the field. One block he needs. Touchdown, Red Tornadoes.
Oh, nice play that time. The sink man. Nice play by the sink. Reversing field, swiveling
Good
hips,
cut.
all the things you want to see. Beautiful play. Now, what do you think? We're going to still try to pound a two-pointer in there?
I don't think. I think this is kick time.
Here's my man Schlegel making the move.
Snaps back to Higgins. Kicks up. Hits the upright
Ooh,
and
good.
goes through and is good. And he really shook him.
All right, it is Halloween night. My goodness. We've had some excitement on the extra points, that's for sure.
8:01 left in the first half. 19-0. Mount Carmel area in the lead.
The gap attack tried to knock the old poles down on that one.
That did a
It did.
big shake.
Swayed it, you're right. That'll give us a moment here now to tell you that we are WKMC TV. We're coming to you from the campus of Mount Carmel Area High School. Our microwave signal is WLX267. You can find us on the Service Electric Cable Television Service, Channel 13, Wednesday, 8 o'clock. You be there or we'll come out and find you. We know where they are.
Klingerman goes from the right hash mark.
Oh, I forgot. We're an instructional fixed television service,
That's right.
too.
You did forget a part of it.
Ooh, doggy. But I recovered in time before we had to play.
Deep for the Eagles, number 32, which is Josh Miller, and 30, Doug Hendricks. Hendrick takes it on the left side of the field and is stuffed in there. In on the tackle for the Red Tornadoes, number 27, Lashinsky, 41, Joe Costello, and number 30, Kyle Sokol.
I noticed in the program tonight that Sokol's listed as a sophomore, but he has no height or weight. So obviously we're keeping that a secret tonight. His exact height and weight is not being given out tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Dresch in for the Eagles. On the roll, on the option, pitches back to 32, which is Josh Miller, takes it around the right side. Tackle made over there by number, was it Scott Montgomery?
Yeah,
There's
Montgomery
Scott
made the
Montgomery up
stop
there.
over there.
Second down and 5 for the Eagles.
I don't know how much of an option team they are, but that'll be an adjustment for us because we don't see the option very much.
Blue Mountain comes out with trips to the left side of the field. They're going to go to the short side of the field on the option. Another nice tackle made over there for the Red Tornadoes. In on it, number 47, Montgomery. And assisted by someone who's down on the field. We have a one player down right now.
I can't see the number from here. But you're seeing the option play now. They hadn't used that earlier, and now you're seeing it come out, and they are catching us a little off guard. And we're going to have to make an adjustment to the option play itself, or they're going to run it all night on us.
I actually think it looks like Dave Slater's down. I don't see his number anywhere in the pile of bodies of the Red Tornadoes.
The Slate Man. Slate Man can't be down. He's Slate Man.
So you're not going to Ohio State tomorrow?
No.
Watch it on the tube.
After calling all those plays and sending him to Joe at the Michigan game and him ignoring me, I refuse to go to Columbus and have him do the same thing. He had his last chance at Michigan with me. Although George and...
That's not Slate. It's the gap
57.
attack.
No, yeah, Klingerman. Yeah.
Klingerman.
The gap attack. Who takes the gap attack's place now? Who do we have in there? 63. Grady.
Scott Grady into the lineup for the Red Tornadoes at nose. Blitz was on. Big rush from Stosh. Polinovich doesn't get him down, and another rush by Rohrbaugh. And good play by Dresch to get that one out of bounds.
Oh, he made a great play, actually. That was some fancy footwork because I thought Polinovich had him dead to rights, and so did he over there. He's banging his helmet. I mean, he can't be in there any quicker than he was.
6:22 left in the first half, 19-0. Mount Carmel area in the lead. Steve Ziegler, number 81, in at right tackle for the Red Tornadoes. Dresch rolls to his left, looks downfield, in and out of the hands of Kirk Freed.
Well, I'll
But he
tell you
was
the truth. I
popped
think
by
Freed was looking out of the corner of his eye there at the same time the ball was getting to him, and I think he was thinking to himself, I could get killed here.
good play made by Sean Sheptock.
I want to know where he's at exactly, and he took his eye off the ball at the last second.
3rd down and 10. A lot of fresh blood in there for the Red Tornadoes right now. Gary Spears at safety. Also number 3, Aaron Chicatano at cornerback. Dresch rolls. Looks out in the flat at number 26 coming out here, Nathan Saucer, but in and out of his hands. 4th down for the Eagles.
There's nothing he could do there. That pass just wasn't good enough to catch that time.
Jeff Trocchi and Joe Sinkovich go deep for the Red Tornadoes. In the punt, Eric Reber for the Eagles. Taken by Sinkovich on the 39-yard line. Ball's fumbled and recovered about 3 times by different
us,
people.
I think we found
Coming up with it, number 41, Joe Costello.
One of the odd things that you see here with the Eagles is though they had moderate success at the option,
And they went away from
just
it.
left it.
Right.
Just left it there and changed the tactics altogether and got themselves back into a hole.
Higgins sets the Tornadoes. Pitch back to Sinkovich. Finds a hole for about a 5 or 6 yard gain. Down on the bottom of the pile for the Eagles, number 54 in on the tackle, which is Jason Ryan. We have a face mask called against the Eagles. And when it's not going your way, it's not going your way, is it?
Starts to roll right over you after a while. That's 15 big ones.
Face mask call against the Eagles. Gives the Red Tornadoes first down and 10 on Blue Mountain's 49-yard line. Higgins. Hands off to Kyle Sokol in the ball game. And a loss of about 1 yard.
A lot of new people in and out of the lineup now. Trockey returning to the lineup. Sokol out.
Higgins hands off to Zinkovic. Gain of about 3 yards to about the 47-yard line. So Mount Carmel faced with a 3rd down and 7.
You know, you see Sokol in the lineup, a sophomore, right? And he looks small to you when you're comparing with other kids on the field. But one of the things that always stood out with me with that kid, and I know him since he's just a little baby, he's so fast. He's probably one of the fastest kids on the team, but he's built like a rock. You know, when you see him with his shirt off or something, he is a solid rock, that guy.
Higgins, straight drop back. Looks over at Gonzalo. Incomplete. Good play made over there, but I guess it was number 17 from the Eagles, which is Jack Devan.
That's a hard one to call. I couldn't see the ball anywhere. I thought he had caught it for a second.
I did too. That's why I didn't call it.
Was laying underneath him.
Another 4th down play for the Red Tornadoes. Now they're shifting to a punting formation. That's a new little tidbit there.
We're seeing all kinds of things here tonight.
Yastashak the punt.
Including
blocked by number 78. Good play made by 78 from the Eagles, Neil Ravitz, and he's been coming strong from his tackle position.
Now, that time we had a little bit too much nonchalance that time. You know, we weren't really trying to kick it fast enough, and it came back to hurt us.
So now with 4:18 left in the first half, the Eagles take over the ball on about the 48-yard line.
That's the best opportunity of the evening for the Eagles. If they're going to make something happen, this will be the place to do it before halftime.
Long count by the Eagles.
Ooh.
Big hit.
Oh, Sheptok and
Sean Sheptok and also
sink.
Sinkovic makes a big hit on 32, Josh
man.
Miller.
When the Shepping and the sink get a hold of you, it's a very painful moment in time.
Scott Grady in at nose for the Red Tornadoes. Second down and 9. Dresch, there it is. Comes off the right side. Sinkovic with a big tackle.
Yeah, see, if I were them, I'd be
But they went
using
back
that
to the
more
veer
often
right there.
because it's the only success they really had all evening was with those plays.
Third down and 7 for Blue Mountain. Coach Connolly calls in the defensive signal from the sideline.
And hold on for a second. I think Coach Williams asked Jose what he thought. You see them over there?
Oh, okay, I got you.
I think I saw him say, "What do you think, Jose?" You know, Jose's been waiting for that question too. He probably had a good answer.
That was an official's timeout. Dresch with the ball. Finds a hole, breaks it up to about the 39-yard line, close to a first down at the 37.
Hey, what?
Tackle
Sheptok.
made by Sean Sheptok.
Sheppy made a nice play that time. I'll tell you what, he saved us maybe a touchdown that time. Good play that time by Sheptok. I'll tell you what, Dresch isn't a bad athlete. He's got a lot of moves out there. He's hard to bring down.
.205 left in the first half. Pitch back to 30, which is Hendrickson. Hendricks. Brought down by Joe Costello, also in there, number 45, Stosh Pulinovic.
Timeout for Blue Mountain. That gives us a moment to notice something that I hadn't at first noticed, but we're sitting next to the news item guy, and I'm wait till Hajnaki finds out what's going on, because he's a sideline guy. This guy's up primping around in the press box. We got some problems here, guys. I'm sorry, but when he finds out, it's not going to be pretty. And his coat's off, too. He's warm and snug. Ooh. This is going to send an ugly message to the rest of the staff here.
67 into the Tornado lineup, and I'm going to drop that one there. Gary Hickson comes in at nose for the Red Tornadoes. 1:52 left on the clock. Dress probably now has to go to some pass plays here to try to stick this one in the end zone for the Eagles. They go with the veer. Hendricks get the ball. Nice tackle made by 45. Stosh Pulinovic assisted by 63, Scott Grady.
Rurbach in for Hickson.
Timeout called again on the field by Blue Mountain.
Coach Connolly into the lineup. He's the he questioned that. I forgot to tell you this at the last Supper Club last week. Remember I said there's going to be one big angry Irishman on the sidelines, and he asked who was saying that. And this time I just want to say that there's a tall, dark, and almost winsome Irishman in the defensive huddle for Big Red.
Are you backing off? Is that what you're saying?
Well, he's a lot taller than I am.
I know. I think you're backing off.
And they say he's mean, but I don't know. So I don't want to test the water on that one.
Dresch, straight drop back on the screen pass, read beautifully by none other than number 41, Joe Costello.
Oh my, that's a great way to smash up a play, isn't it? Costello looked good.
What
on
a
that.
freshman! Unbelievable. .114 left on the clock, 19 to zip. Big Red in the lead. I think there's another timeout called here. Nobody really signaled it. And all of a sudden I saw a Blue Mountain coach run into the huddle. So
yeah, they're not real big on signaling the timeout. You're right, but I see Connolly in there too. So
let's get back to that. All right, you're backing off of him. Is that what you're saying? You're not going to hold up to what you called this gentleman. Is that what you're saying?
I believe he was a big, angry Irishman that night. But tonight I just think he's just a tall, dark, kind of handsome Irishman in the huddle. If you know what I mean.
Okay. We got you.
He was holding a fork when he said it to me, all right?
Okay.
I don't know which way it was going to go, so hey, I'm just being prudent, all right? I don't know the guy well enough yet to know what I can do and what I can't do yet.
1:13 left on the clock. Dresch pitches back to 32. Big rush. He still has the ball, though. Breaks it around the left side now. And Sean Sheptuck there cuts it back across the field. And Sheptuck with a diving tackle on about the 35-yard line. But that play was broken up.
I don't know how he got away from that. I really don't. He didn't pick up enough for the first down. Unfortunately, though, and the ball changed hands. But that was certainly a great effort on his part. You have to give him that.
1 minute left in the clock. Mount Carmel goes into what looks like a hurry-up offense. Higgins, quick pass to Gonzalo on the sidelines. Incomplete on about the 36-yard line.
We must be practicing our 2-minute drill here. We are. No huddle.
Higgins. Same pass to Gonzalo. Gain of about 6 yards and close to getting out of bounds, but I don't think he got out of bounds, and Coach Williams wants a timeout.
Now, that was more like the beginning of this season where you see Trocchi also in the exact same zone as Gonzalo. And I'm still not exactly sure the reason behind that. I mean, they're not clearing out because they're too close to each other. I still have to believe that it's just continually setting up the hitch and go on that somehow, where they're going to, one of them's going to throw the ball to the other one. Trocchi, the one who doesn't catch the ball, does serve as a blocker. I'll grant you that. That's what he does, because he's in front there. But I don't know. I mean, I know there's a reason for it. I'm going to have to ask that next week, in fact, at supper, why. Because they're almost an arm's length from each other when the ball's thrown. I'll ask. Hey,
Coach
I'll
Conley did ask me in school one day when I was in there. He did say to me one day, and I forgot to tell you this. He said, you better tell that guy to just be a little bit easier on me. So maybe
is that what he said?
No, I didn't see. It didn't really sink in at that time.
All right.
But now, since you're coming back and you're being so light with him, and you're easing off on what you had said about him.
I'm not being light with them. I'm being fair.
Oh, okay.
Fair.
All right. We have to have that discussion. Maybe we'll get him in the box with us, and we'll just put him on Frenchie's earphones right there, and we'll just see. But we'll need a camera when this goes on, right?
Yeah, I guess we would.
It's about time for an on-field interview anyway. I think we're due for that. Fumble on the play, and the ball I missed the whole play on that one.
That was the hitch and pitch, only we hitched and ditched instead of hitched and pitched that time, and we lost the ball.
First down and 10, Blue Mountain. I'm back into the ball game now. 35 seconds left in the first half. Blue Mountain has the ball on the 42.
Coach Williams has his hands on his hip stance. I've learned now after all the games now that that's his sign that he's not real keen on what just happened.
Dresch back to pass. Looks over the middle. Almost intercepted by Veach, but a nice reception made by number 40 over there on the coming down across the middle of the field, which is Brock. 11 seconds left, and timeout.
No, that wasn't timeout. No. That was a penalty. You know what happened there, don't you?
Call?
Yeah. What the last play though? Bobby saw that $1,000 that Pucci has hanging in every reception. It went, all he could see was the dollar sign.
Dresch looks to the corner of the end zone. Intercepted by Slater on about the 5. Brings it up the sideline to the 20. Now he's up to the 45. He breaks it out to the sideline. He's to the 40. He's got to end the play here. He can't run out of steam. He's trying to
Slate man
down to the 16-yard line.
Slate man.
And that's the end of the first half.
The Slate man.
Big interception. We'll talk about that one when we come back. We'll go now and be back with the stats in one moment.
Okay, gang, we're here at the halftime stats. Mount Carmel area in the rushing department was 17 for 88 yards. Passing, they were 9 of 13 for 150 yards. They had 13 first downs. Individually, Sinkovich rushed the ball 7 times for 68 yards. Sheptok 3 for 6 yards. Trocchi 2 for 11 yards. Bobby Veach 1 for 15. Wargo 1 for no yardage. And Higgins 2 for minus 11. In the reception department, Trocchi was 2 for 40 yards. Veach 2 for 30 yards. Gonzalo 3 for 29 yards. Sinkovich 1 for 37 yards and a touchdown. And the Slate man 1 for 14 yards. Time of possession. In the first half, Mount Carmel area had the ball for 12 minutes and 38 seconds. Blue Mountain 11 minutes and 22 seconds. We ended the half with an 80-yard interception return, of course, by the Slate man. Didn't quite get it in the end zone, but made me yell a lot before he got down. And what we want to make you aware of, ladies and gentlemen, before we go to the second half is Higgins is now 5 completions away from setting the all-time Mount Carmel area completion mark. The record is held by Dan Rook with 210 completions from 1976 to 79. Second is Joe Buczynski with 208 receptions from 1962 to 1965. And now you have Higgins with 206 career completions. So watch very carefully in the second half or sometime in next week's game, and you're going to see truly an outstanding mark set by young Mr. Higgins.
Or next year.
It's true, because
You
he
know,
has
he's
a
got
year
a
to
whole
come
year to
back.
go,
So
right.
it's going to be a mark that's going to be a tad hard to beat, I think,
I
from
wasn't
here on
trying
in.
to take it away from Mike.
No,
I'm just
you're
saying
right.
He still has
another
whole
year to go,
do
so
it.
it's even more.
Klingerman kicks off. Ball carried up to the 34-yard line. First down and 10, Eagles.
I mean, it's truly a remarkable feat, though, that he's completed so many passes. Now, of course, the one thing he'll have. Oh my goodness, Jose's going to take the wiki stick. Mr. Washuta has come up with a carry not shown on the second half stats by Mr. Gonzalo, which we have
Kyle
Sokol
Sokol
for a minus yard on one carry. Ooh, this is going to be ugly between the two of them. Boy, this is over. I can see it.
Dresch sets up the Eagles. Fakes a handoff, goes back on the straight drop back. Breaks it around the right side, run down by Joe Sinkovic and also hit by 44 Sean Sheptalk and number 63 Scott Grady. Gain of about 4 yards, second down and 6.
There'll be some other marks that in the next two games we're going to be looking at too, Bob, that I'm not going to jinx anybody, as Jose says.
Right.
He tells me not to jinx anybody. But we're getting very close in a couple of different marks here as the season progresses by some of these young men, and we'll keep you apprised of that situation as the season goes on.
Dresch, inside handoff. Jason Rohrbein on the tackle, also assisted by 37 Joe Sinkovic and 45 Stosh Pulinovic. First down for the Eagles, the ball on the 44-yard line.
When you walked out of the press box, did you happen to see who the cameraman was out there?
Yeah, George McPhee was doing the camera
I
work.
understand he had to ask Corey, though, to show him what some of the knobs and buttons were. That's just what I heard in the stands. Okay, I can't verify that as truth.
Dresch with the option. Pitches back to number 26 Saucer, brings it around the left side. Nice pop made by 37 Joe Sinkovic, but gain of about 9 yards. So Blue Mountain going back to the option veer.
I'll tell you what, though, Dresch took a horrible hit that time from Poltanovic. He really did. That was a nice play. He picked up a lot of yardage, but he picked up a tattoo of a big red helmet on his chest that time. I don't believe there are any other. The cameramen now are turning like mutinous now because I mentioned one cameraman. We're going to have a long talk with this crew.
Dresch, quick handoff. Up the middle to number 32, Josh Miller, stopped by 44, Sean Sheptalk, but another first down for the Eagles on the 45-yard line.
Grady is still in the middle, and I'm going to have to now assume that the gap attack is a little shaken up. He was shaken up a couple of times in the first half, and I'm going to have to start thinking that, he is again now.
Blitz shown by Sheptalk, and in the hole where he vacated, breaks right up the middle. Nice tackle made by number 27, John Lashinsky, but 32, Josh Miller comes shooting right through. Sheppy was real close to having the quarterback.
Yeah, he was.
Called play all the way.
But this is what we're talking about now. Now they're going back to what, was working for them in the first half. I was surprised they had moved away from it towards the end there, but they're doing fairly well with those plays right now.
Number 32, Miller in the backfield, also 26, Saucer. This is the pitch to Miller. Sinkovic, Poldanovich, and also Rohrbaugh in on the tackle.
A little bit of a test for the defense early on here in the second half, Bob.
Second down and 11. That was a loss of 1 yard. The ball on the 31-yard line. Showing the blitz again from the Red Tornadoes. And actually, Mount Carmel might have been offside on that one. I didn't see a Blue Mountain Eagle move.
No, they're going to call us. We were in the neutral zone when the ball was snapped. Oh, so
that was good.
After having it pounded into my head for 2 games, I now know that call.
Second down and 5. Dresch sets the Eagles. Comes with a second man through, which is Saucer, and he's hit in there by 44 Sheptok, 45 Puldanovich, and number 1 Dave Slater.
Please refer to him by his given name, Slateman. He'll probably be legally changing his name at the end of the season to Slateman. I can handle public relations for him.
You could do that.
I could do that.
Yes, you could. Dresch on third down. Pitches back to 32. Takes it out around the right side.
Oh, nice play.
Nice tackle by John Lashinsky.
Oh,
Read it all the
Lashinsky.
way and ran him down.
That was a good defensive stop by Lashinsky that time. Great play. They are fooling us, though, with the option. They really are. They're getting around the ends on us on the option play. I can't believe this guy's going to eat that barbecue in front of all of us. It's horrible.
Fourth down and 4.
He is, too.
We have an official's timeout. Working on a helmet adjustment over there by one of the Eagles.
Big fourth down play for Blue Mountain.
Now the ref's going to come over and talk a little bit about the clock here. It was running, and they just
Oh,
wanna
was it? Okay.
give it a couple seconds.
The fourth down. This is a big fourth down play, I think, for the Eagles as this game looks. If they don't get a first down and maybe punch something in the end zone, I think this game's going to quietly slip away from them from any chance they're going to have a winning.
We'll have to hold it for 15. Yeah, what they're going to do is they're going to count off 15 and then start it. Watch him.
It's a big bird looking in the window here. Do you see that?
Boy, what a good Halloween costume. That's
Blue
the best
Mountain
one
Eagle
of the group.
came up and visited, but it was sort of like the beak was right
Just
into
the
my
beak was
face
here,
here.
that's all.
Fourth down for the Eagles. Going with the pass.
Nice play.
Good play from Dresch to Miller coming out of the backfield. First down Eagles on the 11-yard line, brought down by Veach.
Nice play that time by the Eagles. Really was.
That was actually number 33 on the reception for Blue Mountain, which is Ed Perhanich. Quick handoff up the middle. Sean Sheptok in on the tackle, the ball carrier for Blue Mountain was number 26, which is Nathan Saucer. Second down and 8. Mount Carmel goes into a gap defense. Bill Anderson into the game for Mount Carmel. Number 71. Tries the quick handoff to number 33. Good tackle made by Sheptok. Perhanich gains only about a yard.
Sheptok seems to take it on himself.
We're going to have flags on the play, and I'm not. There was just verbal messages going on out there right at that time.
Yeah, there was, but I don't know. I'm nervous it's going to be us. Oh, my goodness.
Boy, what a place for that
What
to
a
happen.
horrible penalty to take on a 10-yard line. My goodness. Oh, boy, that'll age your coach in a hurry, that kind of a penalty. Boy, he must have said something really awful to do that. My goodness. Oh, God. Coach, Blue
Wow.
Mountain coach could spit right now, Kettner, I'm sure.
Number 30, Doug Hendricks, brings the play into the Blue Mountain lineup.
That brings up, what, 3rd and 22.
3rd and 22 for the Eagles. Dresch back to pass, looks over the middle. Nice play made by Bob Veach and also Sean Sheptock.
I think Sheptock is taking it on himself to stop every play now for the rest of the game. Every time there's a play, he's in on it. Fabulous defensive series by Sheptock out there.
4:59 left in the third quarter. Mount Carmel area in the lead, 19-0. Boy, big fourth down play here, but actually the second down from the 10 was the big play.
Yeah, that really was.
Dresch with trip split to the right side. Hits 26 coming out of the backfield, which is Nathan Saucer, and a good tackle made over there by John Lashinsky. Also, Stosh Pulanovich.
Great play by Lashinsky that time to hold on and bring him down. And that's, as I said, that could have been the game, really, I think, for Blue Mountain there.
First down and 10 for the Big Red. Higgins brings the Red Tornadoes out with Sheptock and Sinkovich in the backfield. Trockey goes in motion from the slot. Sinkovich off the left side. Gains about 2 or 3 yards. Tackle made by 54 from the Eagles, Jason Ryan. Second down and about 7.
Well, offensively, there's not much we have to do right now. I mean, we can pretty much grind the clock out. They did. They took a large chunk of the clock off to start the second half.
Higgins rolls to his right, looks at Gonzalo, now finds Trockey breaking down the field on the 49-yard line over his head. Now that's where they're together, but Jeff breaks from the other side and just goes down with the fly pattern.
That's a little different play than we've been seeing on the sideline that time. That time there's 2 clear targets on the pattern, whereas the other pattern there are not 2 clear targets. You're never sure which one he's aiming at there.
Third down for the Red Tornadoes. Veach goes in motion to the left. Sinkovich, the ball carrier, met head on, still on his feet, but in on the tackle, 44 for the Eagles, Jason Brown. So Mount Carmel faced with about a 4th down and 4. John Yastashak in the punt for the Red Tornadoes.
We don't, we didn't have anybody in there that time.
Snaps back. Kicks up. This one's a wobbler, but a good kick. Hits on about the 42-yard line and out of bounds on about the 39.
That's unusual that Higgins is the blocking back on the punt.
He's been there.
Always?
Yep. That's in case they go to a fake, I think. But he has been there all season.
I got to pay more attention. What were the numbers?
I don't know.
Because I think I have the winner for
I
this
don't
game
think we won.
Bummer.
3:20 left in the third. Eagles take over the ball again. Took a lot of time off the clock in this third period. Dresch with the option. Pitches back to number 30, the ball carrier, Doug Hendrick. Takes it around the right side. Good for an Eagle first down. Tackle made by number 27, John Lashinsky from his cornerback position.
Nice play. They have such success with that play. That'd be the only one I'd be running right now if I was Blue Mountain. They're able to move outside of us almost at will right now.
Dresch sets the Eagles right on the mid-stripe. Same play, coming to the left side. finds an opening, gets a good block to the 40-yard line, nearly knocked out of bounds by Bob Veach, but Veach in on the tackle down on the 29-yard line, assisted by 27 John Lashinsky and also number 50, getting up off the bottom of the pile for the Red Tornadoes, Joe Bender.
Big Red wants a timeout, and I'm sure they do, because the option right now is eating us alive. I'm not sure whose responsibility in the defense that we're currently in, but we need to cover the pitch man. Everybody's pinching to the quarterback, but nobody's watching the pitch man.
Definitely appears like the defensive ends are going at the quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
so
not.
It's, you know, I'm
not going to go out there and call
ends,
the defense,
and you see both ends going right at the quarterback. So the quarterback appears to be the defensive ends.
But there's
personnel.
nobody supporting the pitch back at all, and that's who's making all the yardage right now, and it's on both sides of the ball, not just one side. And the first half was all kind of Big Red. The second half's all Blue Mountain Eagles right now.
Coach Connolly in there is still going to make, looks like maybe he wants to play this play, huh?
He tried to borrow a helmet, I believe, but the referee was watching him very carefully.
Quick handoff. Brings it to the left side. Sean Sheptock in on the tackle, assisted by Pulinovic and also Gary Spears. Saucer broke the ball back, and that was a good play called by the Eagles. They made it look like they were going again to the pitch, but then came with a quick handoff.
Well, they have us definitely off balance a little bit right now. Defensively, we're kind of guessing what they're going to be doing.
Scott Grady back in at nose for the Red Tornadoes. Dresch with that option. Big play by Jason Rohrbaugh. Just came right through from his tackle position.
It was a big play, but either the quarterback turned the wrong way or the pitchman did, because one went one way and one went the other.
I didn't see it.
There was no pitchman. There was nowhere to go that time. Number 30, who I assume was the pitchman on the play, Hendricks, was on the other side of the field.
Third down and 9. 1:22 left in the third quarter, 19-0, Mount Carmel area in the lead. Dresch does the fake, comes back with a roll, looks downfield. Oh, in and out of Gary Spears' hands and caught by number 31 from the Eagles, Edson Cabbage, but it was ruled out of bounds.
He was 1 foot out of bounds when he caught it. Heads up play, though, back there by the receiver. It really was, but he was 1 foot out of bounds when he caught the ball.
Dresch sets the Eagles. Does the reverse. Coming to the left side of the field. Read by
Costello.
Joe Costello.
All Costello. Right, perfect.
The young freshman stays at his end position, makes a great play. First down and 10, Red Tornadoes.
Not only did he stay at the end position, but he fought off a pretty good block at the same time and still brought the ball carrier down. Great play by Costello that time. So that's exactly what you want your defensive ends to be doing, Bob, on a play like that.
Higgins fakes a handoff to Sinkovic. Rolls, looks on the fly pattern to Trocchi. Gets the ball on the 40-yard line. Trocchi turns it on at about the 15 and is brought down at the 9-yard line.
What a heave. What a heave. My goodness, Higgins. What a heave.
Good tackle made by number 32 over there, Josh Miller.
That puts him 4 receptions away from the all-time mark now. And that was a dramatic one there. My goodness. Let's not overlook the truck man either.
Great catch. Out on his fingertips.
On his fingertips. Fortunately, he caught it behind the wall for me. So.
21 seconds left in the third. First down and goal to go for the Red Tornadoes. Trocky goes in motion to the right. Handoff to Sinkovic. Breaks it to the 5, down to the 3, down to the 2-yard line.
Nice play by Sinkovic that time. The sink man was pretty much doing that on his own again. A good hole at the initial point, but then he made a nice adjustment there to bring the ball down to near 1.
Tackle was made by Jason Brown. Quarter the score, the Red Tornadoes 19, the Blue Mountain Eagles 0.
This is a really advantageous change of quarters because now I can see this.
Yeah, it's sort of behind the wall for you. I thought maybe you'd punch a little hole in there.
I asked, but they won't let me have any holes.
Okay.
Holes were a no-no, so I decided to go along with the owners of the box. Take a moment to remind you guys and girls out there that Thanksgiving weekend, November 28th, 6 o'clock at Lazarski's, a testimonial dinner for Coach Joe Jazz Dimnick. We'll all be there. Those tickets are selling like hotcakes. If you want them, you need to contact, I believe, the school district at 339-1500 Extension 1, Lasansky's Barbershop, Community Pharmacy. And I'm trying to remember this from last week. I may have missed one in there somewhere. If I did, I'll get back to you on that one. But there are at least some of the places you can pick tickets up for that big night.
Higgins to Trocky, into the end zone, touchdown, Red Tornadoes. Some big blockers going there in front of.
You hate to use this cliche, but I could have gone through that hole. It would have been tight, but I could have got through there.
Now Carmel appears to be going for 2, and that probably just the fact that Jason Klingerman
is shaken
up and isn't there to kick the ball. I'm sure here
we don't have a kicker right now.
Coach Williams would go for 1 if Klingerman wasn't hurt. And movement on the play, so this one will bring Mount Carmel back 5 yards.
I don't see the gap attack on the sidelines, Bob. Is he standing over there somewhere?
I'll tell you, I don't see him right now
either. And he was shaken up a couple of times at the end of that first half and finally came out of the game with a couple of minutes to go. And now we've not seen him here in the second half of play for Big Red.
Higgins fakes the handoff up the middle. Looks at Sinkovic breaking around the right side, does a little spin move on about the 5 and stays there right about at the 5. He's taken down by number 78, which is Neil Ravitz. So with 11:58 remaining in the fourth quarter, the score, the Red Tornadoes 25, the Eagles 0.
And that reception completion counts, right?
Yes.
Yes, it does, right? That leaves them 3 short of the mark then, ladies and gentlemen, as the Higgins watch continues. That might have been the final nail for the Eagles, I'm afraid to say.
Kicking off in place of Jason Klingerman, number 41, Joe Costello. Joe gets a nice kickoff, taken on about the 14-yard line. Breaks it up the middle. Tackle made by number 41, Joe Costello. Also assisted by number 84 of the Red Tornadoes, which is Denny Molisevich. First down and 10 for the Eagles. Tries the veer. Ball handed off to number 30, Hendricks. Stopped in there by 41, Joe Costello. 11:20 left on the clock.
Klingerman's not there. Gap attack's not anywhere to be seen right now. That's some cause for worry. I certainly hope he's okay. He's an integral part of this team.
I got him.
Where is he?
I'll get you. Dresch takes the ball around the left side with the pitch. Good play made by Sean Sheptock, and the ball carrier for Blue Mountain was Hendricks, and Sheppy's over there in the red coat, the farthest one down on the right side of the field.
Oh, okay. Okay, then he's out of action for the
right.
remainder
He's
of the
just out
evening.
of the action for the evening, but he is still in uniform.
That's a good sign. A good sign for the Gap.
3rd down and 7. 31 into the Eagles lineup, Edson Cavage. Dresch fakes up the middle to Miller. Looks downfield.
Intercepted.
Intercepted by 37. Joe Sinkovich takes it down the right side of the field to the 20-yard line. Knocked out of bounds over there by number 30, it looks like, from the Eagles, which is Doug Hendrick. So Mount Carmel 1st down and 10. Higgins puts Trockey in motion. Handoff to Sinkovich. Off the right side to the 9-yard line. Maybe down to about the 8.
Oh, what a collision. Did you see that down there? My goodness. Whew, that was ugly.
Brett Veach into the Red Tornado lineup in place of Joe Sinkovich. And I'll tell you what, Joe limped off right there.
Oh, yeah, that was a vicious hit that time.
Gary Spears goes in motion. Handoff to Veach, tackled on the 8-yard line. Big play by number 33, Ed Perhanich. $9:14 left in the ballgame, 25-0 Mount Carmel, and what we expected here tonight.
Pretty much, yeah. There's not been a lot of surprises here tonight at all.
Joel Gonzalo split far left for the Red Tornadoes. Higgins with Kyle Sokol now in the backfield, Gary Spears and Sean Sheptock. This is the pitch to Kyle Sokol. Takes it around the left side, finds a little bit of running room, and then is brought down from behind by
33, I believe it was.
Looked like 33 or 18. Number 33 is Ed
Give them both credit.
Perhanich.
What
Number
the heck?
18, Matt Callahan.
Be magnanimous. We'll give them both a shot at this one.
3rd down and 9. Brett Veach comes into the Red Tornado lineup along with Jeff Trockey. Trockey lines up in the slot. Fakes up the middle to Veach. Looks over the corner at Bob Veach's brother. Now Higgins lets one go into the end zone. Great play
Touchdown.
by Bob Veach. Wow.
Touchdown.
Came over the top and made the catch for the touchdown.
My goodness. Nice play by Higgins. It really was.
7:56 left on the clock.
Higgins now with 209. 209 career completions, ladies and gentlemen, for Higgins at this point in the game.
Higgins comes in to hold Joe Costello in to attempt the extra point.
I wondered if we were going to try this with Klingerman out. I wasn't sure if they let him do it or not.
Snaps down, kicks up,
Yes.
and
Yes,
it's good.
All right. Way to go, Casty.
With 7:56 remaining in the ball game, Mount Carmel area 32, the Blue Mountain Eagles 0.
I was thinking about that the last time we said Klingerman not playing anymore tonight. I was wondering if they can let him try the extra point or not.
Can he throw the ball?
I don't know.
Good play by Joe Costello, and it's nice seeing a young guy come along like that and be able to do what he's been able to do this year.
A freshman with that kind of potential, to see him for 3 more years, it's I can hardly wait just to look at him play. and the young Veach, I mean, my goodness.
Costello will kick off for the Red Tornadoes. Squibs it. Is down on about the 29-yard line. Right now, it looks like a different defense coming in for the Red Tornadoes.
Yeah, we'll see some
Steve
new
Ziegler
uniforms.
comes in, number 81. Get you some numbers coming here pretty soon. Number 71, Bill Anderson in for the Red Tornadoes.
Number 80, Jason Genther.
67, Gary Hickson. 30, Kyle Sokol back into the game. Dresch, hands off. Number 30, the ball carrier, Doug Hendricks. Tackled in there by number 59, Mark Burns.
Chicatano in the lineup, defensive backfield back here.
Second down and 8, 7:07 left on the clock.
Did you mention Pulowski's? Is that
Nope.
70 or
You
71?
got that one. 71, Bill Anderson's in there.
Okay. I can only see the 7 there. I thought it was 70.
Dresch on the option. Gets the ball to number 30, Hendricks. Takes it around the left side.
Anderson.
Good tackle made by Bill Anderson coming from defensive tackle.
70 is in there, Pulowski.
Pulowski's also in there.
I did see 70. It was 70 and 71 standing there. 65 was in there, Dave Williams.
Now you got a couple more coming in.
I'm not worried because I know you memorized the entire roster by
I have
number,
it
and I'm
pretty much there.
I'm not concerned.
I just have to be able to see the numbers on. That's the problem. Dresch sets the Eagles on 3rd down and 4. Quick handoff up the middle, close to a first down, but doesn't look like he's got it.
He does now.
Now he has the first down.
He definitely has it now.
Tackle made by look like 76 in on the tackle for the Red Tornadoes, which is Mike Boyer. Also in there now, number 64, which is Eric Schlegel. Number 79, Sam Morose is in there for the Red Tornadoes. Good tackle made by number 84 for the Red Tornadoes, Denny Molisevich. Ball carrier for the Eagles was number 36 on the play. That's a new back in.
Liberato.
Oh, here you go.
Liberato. I mentioned
Sal Liberato.
Sal
right.
Liberato.
Oh, okay.
I
Did
memorized
we get him
theirs,
before?
No, I memorized
Okay,
theirs.
thank you. 2nd down and 4, 5 minutes left in the ball game.
I knew you had ours, so I memorized theirs for us. Kind of guy I am.
The option. Dresch pitches back. Liberato takes it around the left side. Hit by Sokol, also number 80 in on the tackle for the Red Tornadoes, which is Jason Gunther. First down for the Eagles on the 42-yard line.
Yeah, now number 88 just went in, right? My question is, are there any of the numbers on this program the right numbers? Or there's no 88 listed there.
Here you go. They have
we have the,
another column for you.
I'm sorry, I didn't go to the auxiliary. Here we go. I didn't even see that over there. They have a lot of guys there.
This is the quick veer. Nice tackle made by Aaron Chicatano. Initial hit there and finished off by Kyle Sokol.
The Schick man brought him down. He shot him up in the air, didn't he?
He did a great job. Got right down on his ankles. 2nd down and 1. Dresch. Quick handoff that time. Again, number 83, which is Eric Higgins in on the tackle. He got down on his ankle and made the tackle. Eric Higgins into the ball game for the Red Tornadoes
Eric Higgins,
now.
another freshman playing
Right.
Tonight for Big Red. There are 4 freshmen listed on the roster tonight who made the trip here to Orwigsburg.
I have a feeling right now Coach Williams got every player into the ball game.
I got 35 in there. Did we mention him? Cheddar? Pete's in there.
Pete Cheddar's in. 72, Brian Dixon into the game for the Red Tornadoes. Coming off the side, big hit by Bill Anderson on the initial contact, and then finished off by Kyle Sokol and assisted by Jason Gunther and 74 in there, which is John Feddock. We got them all.
That's right. You think it's easy here?
Number 70 back into the game for the Tornadoes, which is Scott Pulowski.
73, Swicky in the lineup for Big Red, also a nose guard right now for Big Red.
We got movement in the line, in the Blue Mountain line, at 2 minutes and 33 seconds left in the ball game. This one's going to be 5 yards against the Eagles. Dresch,
3
sets the
receptions.
Eagles. Right. Hands off to into the backfield and knocked out of bounds by number 70, which is Scott Pulowski.
Got number 35 getting off the ground there too, Cheddar.
Cheddar was also in on the tackle. 32, the ball carrier, which was Josh Miller. And you wonder why his starting backs are in the game, because they're sophomores. They're the guys he has to build on anyway, so he's got to leave them in the ball game.
It's not like he can go any further down on the bench than he wants to. These are the young guys he's got out there trying to make their mark right now.
Dresch on 3rd down and 9 with the option again. A nice play made there.
21, Wargo.
By Joe Wargo of the Red Tornado. So it's 4th down and about 13.
Nice play by Wargo at that time. That was good.
Eric Schlegel comes out of the Red Tornado lineup.
And I have to notice
Bill Anderson in.
The news item's trying to slither out of the press box and appear on the side of the field as if he's been there all game. No one will notice him take his place there now.
4th down. Tries the option out here. Good tackle made by number 30, Kyle Sokol, assisted by number 70, which is Pulowski. And on the carry there, number 32 for the Eagles, Josh Miller. So that's 1:21 left in the game, and this one will about wrap it up right here. I'm sure Mount Carmel will just down the ball.
I think we call timeout.
I think a timeout just to get your other offense on the field right now.
I thought we called timeout there.
He had been mixing so many defensive people into the ball game that he just didn't have time to get an
I'm sure
offense
it's
set
hard
over
to
there.
keep track when you have that many guys moving in and out like that. Now you're going to change the offense. Who knows if they're supposed to stay in, come out, line up where, do what.
Clock's at 1 minute and 21 seconds.
New quarterback, number 25.
Into the red,
Nick Goretzky.
which is Gretzky in there. Hands the ball off to Wargo. Carries it for about 3 or 4 yards. Just right up the middle to run a little bit of time off the clock. It's down to 1:10.
Well, Higgins will end up this game second on the all-time Mount Carmel area completion list. He will have 209 completions at the end of this game with, of course, 2 more games to go in the regular season and a whole nother year after that to keep adding to the mark. So truly that's going to be a mark to remember when he's done setting it next year.
Pitch back to Veach, gains about 7 or 8 yards and gets a 3rd down and 1.
Now what you'll see here is people are going to say, well, he had 4 years when the rest of them had 3. But now let's remember that he's about to break this mark in his 3rd year.
That's right.
So he's exactly the same. Plus, he started as a freshman, which was more difficult. So the mark really is something to behold when you look at it, in those terms. You can't say enough of good things about Mike Higgins. You really can't.
Sokol goes in motion, gets the pitch, takes it out around the right side, and is popped in there for about a 1-yard loss. So this will run it down to 5 seconds on the clock. 2, 1. End of the ball game. Mount Carmel area wins this one 32-0. And as we finish up here and they shake hands on the field, we'll do our final wrap from right here. Good game for the Red Tornadoes tonight. Some good offense. Saw some neat plays tonight.
Yes. Did see a lot of different plays, I'll say that. As many different plays as different players probably we saw tonight as the game progressed.
Blue Mountain has a young team. They're building. They're working their way up, and about the only way they can go is up because they have to take some of these young players and get them going.
Sure, they dropped to 1-7, and their program's been under hard times for a little while now. But one thing to remember is they as the new schedules are brought in, and it looks like we've solidified our schedule next year. Blue Mountain will be still here. They're going to be a continuing rivalry for Big Red in the years to come. So they're going to be a team to watch. We, of course, are going to go to a team that we only played once last year, Wyoming area. We'll play them up there next week, and it will end the series. It's a very quick 2-game series with Wyoming area. They're being replaced with Towanda, I guess, would be their replacement, although Shiklimi's moving in the schedule a little bit, so Towanda can be moved to the last game.
Well, one thing we have to talk about them, too, Warren, is that from the people they've played and the stories we've got from up there, and we don't get to see them. We don't get to read about them a lot, but they are a good football team.
Yeah, from what we
Berwick,
see.
and I guess the Berwick score is sort of tells you a little bit about what it's about, and that brought it to be that Berwick score came to be 21-7.
Yeah. Well, I expect a good game. They're a quality program. We said that last year. It was a great game last year. Now we're going to go up there, and the only history we have up there is a heartbreaking loss in the playoffs in the Eastern Conference semifinals up there with Mikey Dimnick in that last attempt in the end zone where he just had his fingertips on the ball, and we lost a playoff game. But that's the only thing I remember about Wyoming area would be that. So as we look forward to going up there, we're going to tell you to watch the news item, I guess, for directions from the school for those, because it has been a long time since we've been there. So we look at this game, and Coach Williams, among other things, had a chance to try some plays and also had a chance to try a lot of new players. And not try new players, but put some players in, gaining valuable experience. Klingerman's went out of the game early. We hope it's nothing serious. He didn't look it on the sideline, but we want to hope that.
And then Sinkovich with that late hit, he went out too.
He left the game.
We have to check with both of those players and see how they are. But we'll look forward to being up in Wyoming area next week and getting all the buses up there, because a lot of people talking about taking some buses up. Yeah. So we'll be up there. And
one thing I want to keep in mind, of course, is remember the Frenchman.
Hopefully he'll be back with us next week.
I hope he's recalled in time. Every day you spend in a war zone, let's face it, is difficult. So our heart goes out to Swade in the convent. And that's the best we can say for him. We'll never know the real details again, as usual.
Well, that's it from the Eagles Nest. I'm Bob Elson.
I'm Warren Altamore for Frenchie Brokenshire.
Good night.